Hello there, what is going on everybody? We have our Bossk Preview today for Star Wars Legion, and this is a welcome sight because we haven't had a whole lot of previews lately. I feel like we've gone a while without any Legion news. Not like an extreme amount of time, but a pretty good amount of time. Before I jump into it though, let me remind you about the new giveaway that's starting right now for a $25 Amazon gift card. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of Bossk. Let me know who you think the best bounty hunter is, because it might be Bossk right now. I don't know. It just might be. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this preview. We have our 3D rendering right here, and it's very cool that they're starting to do this now. Bossk looks pretty tough, and again, we're going to get multiple options with him. We can have him with the grenade launcher, which is pretty iconic, but you also, like as you can see here, he also has the Dioxis grenade, so you can build Bossk multiple different ways. And that's pretty fun. And the trick is going to really be like, which one do you get now? I think what they're trying to do is maybe convince you to buy multiples of unique characters, since you're going to be able to build them out new ways. And that's really a trend we're seeing from this point moving forward, especially with the Clone Wars. We're going to see a whole lot of build options for all those droids. Bossk also comes with, his charge, which is pretty cool. He also comes with a bunch of poison tokens. I think that says yellow ones down there. So we're getting a lot of tokens. We're getting all of the regular stuff we're going to get also. He is an operative, and he's going to have that bounty keyword too. He's got bounty. He's got enrage 3, so similar to Chewbacca, but the value of 3. So once he's got 3 or more wounds, he loses his courage value and gains charge. So he'll become fearless, and he'll gain charge. And his charge is not going to be bad with this guy. His melee is a red, 2 black, and a white with Pierce 1, so it's a pretty respectable charge. Not necessarily as good as a Wookiee's, but he's got other things to balance that out. He's got Regenerate 3. So at the end of your activation, you're going to get to roll 3 white defense dice, and for every ink side, you're going to be able to remove a wound token, or you'll be able to heal 1 for every ink you roll. By ink, I mean block or search. Anything that's not blank, right? If it has ink printed in that side, then you get to go ahead and roll. And he's also unhindered, so of course he's an expert climber. Very much, he's almost like the Imperial Wookiee, right? Trandoshans are kind of like the Imperial Wookiees. We're kind of getting a sense of that, except he's gotten much better guns. So he does have 2 training and equipment. He's 115 points, kind of on par in the same ballpark as Chewbacca. 7 health. So he's going to be really hard to kill, especially with 7 health and Regenerate 3. However, he does only have a white defense die and no defensive surge, so this makes him the squishiest Imperial, which is pretty cool. So you can try and kill him, but you'd need to do it all at once before he heals up. And now he's not as fast as you might have hoped. Like if you were comparing him to Boba Fett here, he's not as fast. He doesn't have, he doesn't have jump. He doesn't have speed 3. He's only speed 2. But he does have unhindered, so he has respectable movability, but just not great. Good for like climbing over those barricades and like jumping right onto somebody. He's kind of can climb up walls, kind of like a gecko, which is kind of cool. Surge to crit, which is very, very good. Especially when you have Pierce, having surge to crit is really, really nice because you can even guarantee a damage on a vehicle. You just got to get that one surge. And for his ranged weapon, he's only got 2 to 4 for range, so he can't attack at range 1. He's got to then hope to close the gap and melee you. And, he definitely would prefer to be stuck in a melee. He wants to melee you and not kill you, because if he gets too close to a lot of people, then all of a sudden all your guys have him in range and everybody's shooting Bossk, and now he's going to die, right? But 7 health hopefully will counter that. And that's kind of what he has going for him. It's weird. Enrage is a strange one here too. So it feels weird having Enrage with somebody with like that's healing and has that much health, but it also has a white defense die and no, like Enrage sounds really good if you've got like some kind of defensive abilities, like maybe he had the red defense die, like I'm likely to stack up a lot of suppression. No, he's just going to take damage every time. So like you might trigger Enrage if you're hitting with a lot of smaller attacks, but any kind of beefy attack, can definitely take him out pretty quickly. So bounty is going to be his key word here, though, because a lot of the stuff that he's got really helps him have a chance to cash in on that bounty. And I feel like one big, objective difference here is like that Boba Fett has more maneuverability and can get into place for those objectives, and Bossk just wants to do the killing. So I feel like he's the better bounty hunter, but Boba Fett might be the better objective player. Maybe. Well, let me know. Maybe I'm wrong. But so we also get to look at his command cards. So his 3-pip, lying in wait, in true bounty hunter fashion, he's only giving orders to himself. He is going to... Great artwork here, too. Like, this is a really good Bossk painting. This is great art. It's really great art. But yeah, Bossk gains Sharpshooter 1. And after an enemy unit activates, he gains an aim token. Now, there's no distance requirement on this one. This one is nuts, because he can actually have a ton. He can have, like, 9, 10 aim tokens. And then just... And it doesn't matter, right? I mean, he can still attack you at distance 4. So think of this. Sharpshooter 1, so he's already reducing your cover by 1. Okay? He's got 5 dice. He can roll at distance 4. He's got Surge to crit. So he's got 2 chances of getting crit. So he can spend all those aim tokens and just keep re-rolling until he gets all crits. And, 5 crits. It's going to do a lot of good to a lot of people. It's going to be hard to, he can kill, like, if you got a commander that's not full health and doesn't have, even Guardian isn't going to stop that. So that's really nasty. That's a really nasty card. Reptilian Rampage has 2-pip. During Bossk's activation, he can perform up to 2 attack actions. And, first off, that first one is huge, right? The first one is huge because he has a good attack. He has a good attack, especially at range 4. Good attack. And he may suffer a wound to perform a free move action. So he can move and attack and attack. He can move and double tap. The same commander. Again, really helps him kill your commander, right? Like, be careful about bringing a generic commander. Like, you're trying to, like, max, save points and skimp on the point values. I don't think so. That's nuts. And his 1-pip. Very similar to Sabine's, right? He's going to get that charge. Merciless Ammunition. During the round this card is played, he gains an action where he can arm a Dioxis charge. After he performs this action, he may perform a speed 1 move. So for 1 action, he gets to drop something, and then he gets to move. Until the end of turn, he gains Detonate 1 and the Dioxis charge. And if the trooper unit defends against that, they gain a poison token. That's why he comes with so many of those poison tokens. Now, poison token, we've got that in the rules reference. That's going to do an extra damage to everybody at the end of the round. So it's a delayed extra damage. So this one, while it has 2 damage on there, it's going to do an extra one. But it's only the troopers that are going to get poisoned. So tanks aren't going to get it. And I believe that if you are in a transport and the transport gets hit with it, you're not going, the passenger doesn't get the poison token. That's the way I believe that'll play out. Although, honestly, if it's an open transport, you could make the realistic, the logical argument that maybe, just maybe, the passenger should, inhale the fumes. However, I mean, that could be a case where rules and fluff don't always match up, and I can understand that. They don't always match up, and it's okay. They do a pretty good job of making it match up fairly well. But it's a good attack. It's a red and a black with Surge to crit and blast. So it's a pretty good bomb, and this is fun too. I was like, I have not played Saboteurs very often. Like, when I play Legion now, when it comes to Special Forces, it's so hard not to go with Royal Guard or Death Troopers. And similar, for the Rebels, it's really hard not to go with Pathfinders and Wookiees. Wookiees, I think, are my favorite Special Forces right now, even though I know Death Troopers are really good. Wookiees are so much fun. I love moving them into melee and making people panic, right? Because once they close the gap, they're really strong. And so, like, I just don't usually have the space to fit in a couple of, detonation charge Saboteurs. And stuff. So this is a way for you to still play with charges while not having to use your special forces. So that's fun. And I think Sabine will give the same thing. Might be more incentive for you to also run a couple of Saboteurs so you can, completely litter the battlefield with mines. It'd be fun. All right. So now this is supposed to ship. They said Q2. It still says it's going to be in stores Q2. I'm calling shenanigans because Q2 ends this month. You got 3 weeks to get it on store shelves. And it's on the boat as of today. Along with the downed ATST Battlefield, which was in stores now, last week, Now they put it back on the boat. What's going on with that? Where's that boat going? If it was in stores, but now it's on the boat. Is the boat going the wrong way? They sending it back to China? Tariffs? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. But these statuses aren't always 100% reliable. It's kind of hard to know exactly what's going on. But according to the article that came out today, they're hoping to have this out Q2 still. Sabine and Bossk, hopefully Q2. Downed ATST was supposed to be out last month. Did not make it to the United States. Did not make it to the United States with X-Wings Wave 4 either, which was originally supposed to be out yesterday. That one also, but at least they announced that that would be delayed. But it still seemed to have come out everywhere else in the world, except for North America. I don't know. So weird stuff is going on. I don't know if it's still going to make it out by the end of the month. I would be pleasantly surprised if it did, though. That would be fun. Because I feel like, maybe it's just because I got some stuff, because there were conventions recently, and so I got like Land Speeder and Tank early. Personally, for me, like anybody that got their stuff at Adepticon or Star Wars Celebration that may have gotten those things early, we've had a larger gap now without Legion stuff, and it's awkward because there's been so much Legion stuff coming out. But yeah, so Bossk is coming. Gosh, he looks really good here. Like this is a great paint job too. Aliens and helmeted characters tend to look best in this game, and I think Bossk is gonna look super cool on the tabletop. Looks very much. I mean, I almost thought this was a Star Wars Black Series action figure. It looks that good. Actually, looks better than that because the Black Series action figures have the joints and you can see like the bendy bits and stuff. So, yeah, no, he looks great. He looks super cool. I can't wait to see him, and hopefully he comes out here on time so I can get him and unbox him and review him and get some games in and do all that stuff. Otherwise, our friends in the UK and Australia and all of those other places will get them first, and we'll have to watch Masters of the Force or some other awesome channel do their unboxings. Harry Nick's just done his X-Wing Wave 4 unboxings. Everybody's beating me to it. I used to be pretty quick on that, but I guess I'm slipping. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Hope to see you at Gen Con, or if you're going to be in Orlando, hope to see you at Dice Tower Con next month. Coming up very soon, 4th of July weekend. That should be fun. And that's all I got for you guys. I want to thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.